Hello Cancer, and welcome to the weekly love reading for couples from the 27th of February to the 6th of March. Now Cancer, I have pre-shuffled your cards. I'm ready to go with your reading. Before we get into it, quick astrological update. We have Mercury going retrograde from the 5th or the 6th of March. What does that mean? It's Mercury rules Virgo and Gemini, but it's all about our communication, our travel plans, what we are trying to create in the world. My advice to anyone under this period, do not start anything new, okay? If you can avoid it, don't sign any new contracts. Definitely don't buy anything electrical, any cars, nothing like that. It's the very worst time to do it because it's a very strong likelihood that it will break. The whole point of when a planet retrogrades is it's about us going back and redoing, refreshing, re-looking over, revisiting, revising, that right? And for you, it's going to have a big effect as well, particularly because, as I've mentioned in your annual forecast, you have the North Node in your sign. This is a massive year for you, Cancer, in terms of eclipses and eclipse seasons. So you're going to be feeling that energy. So just be wary, okay? It's going to affect any travel plans that you kind of have for this month. It's going to affect any plans that you kind of have put out, and very much your communication as well and how you communicate with others. So let's get started with your reading. At the bottom of the deck, Cancer, you come into this period with the Two of Pentacles. Ah, my loves, always juggling, right? Juggling money, juggling between work and maybe a side project or a side hustle, juggling between whatever it is that you're trying to do and get off the ground. And I feel like for you, it's taking a lot of energy because you come into this time period with the Five of Cups coupled with the card of Strength. Now, Strength does represent the sign of Leo. In terms of other signs, I have Sagittarius, I have Aries and Sagittarius again because I have Prince of Wands, and I also have Aquarius, also Gemini and Libra. So air and fire predominantly. But what's interesting is the Five of Cups coupled with the Strength card. For me, in relationships, this card speaks about depression, not being happy where things are at. And Cancer, you know, I said that it's going to be a massive year for you in terms of change and transformation and things coming through, particularly from July onwards when we have that eclipse in your sign, as you get to your birthday month, and that's your new year, right? We all celebrate the new year as a calendar year as we know it, at the end of December going into January, but our New Year's for us individually as a person is always on our birthday, right? That's when we start our new year. So for you, July is going to be a massive month, and I feel like the Five of Cups coupled with the Strength card is kind of telling you to have strength with whatever it is that you're dissatisfied in when it comes to your relationship. Now, as you guys know that follow me and subscribe to my channel, I do talk about money in these readings because Venus rules both love, money and beauty, and I feel like money could be part of the issue why you're feeling a little bit trapped in your connection with your partner. Okay, you're juggling money, you've got a little bit of a lack of resource I can see here. There's definitely love there, and this is, I feel like, the difficulty for you, Cancer, because it's this push-pull, right? What was your last reading? Yeah, you will find the solution when it comes to money. You've got the Prince of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles underneath. So it's the slowest moving knight, but it's showing me money's coming to you. Maybe someone owes you money. Maybe you're applied for a loan and you're waiting to get that approved, or actually just get the funding. Or maybe it's just that you're trying to find a solution with whatever it is that's kind of holding you back. It's interesting because at the core of your reading, you have the Knight of Swords. So you have the slowest moving energy in the entire deck with the fastest moving energy. It's quite an interesting polarity, and I think this ties in with this push and pull, right? What's the analogy? Running around like a chicken with its head cut off? That's how I feel like you are, Cancer. And, you know, only one thing comes of that, and that's breakdown or breakthrough. My advice is to avoid both, right? This is why we watch tarot, so that we can get an idea of the energy that's coming up. And this Mercury retrograde energy is going to have effect on your relationship and your communication. And you could be frustrated. Maybe this is representing you and your partner. You could be going at a bull out of a gate and just trying to make everything happen like you do because you're the nurturers of the sign and you want to have a happy home, happy life. And I see that here in the 10 of Cups card, right? But for me, I feel like this could be your partner and they could just be taking their time and dragging their feet, and you just kind of feel like, honestly, we're not on the same page. And that's okay. You don't always have to be on the same page. But I feel like this is not the best time, I've been saying this in almost every reading, to communicate those feels, because it will come across in the wrong way, okay? The best thing that you can do is, all we can ever do is control ourselves, okay? All we can ever do is present as the very best version of ourselves. So Cancer, I ask you in this moment, are you being the very best version of you right now as you're watching this? Are you healthy? Are you getting enough sleep? You know, your sleep hygiene is so important. Are you eating the right foods? All of these things have an effect, and you guys know I bang on about this all the time, but what are you doing mentally for yourself? If you don't meditate, then I want you to give gratitude. Get a gratitude journal. If you can't do that, for the guys watching, when you go to bed each night, when you close your eyes before you go to sleep, just give 3 things that you're grateful for from your day, okay? That in itself is a form of meditation. It resets your brain and makes you thinking of the positive things before you go to sleep. It allows you to have a deeper REM sleep, because you go, you know what, life's actually pretty good. If you can't find 3 big things, it doesn't have to be, I'm grateful for my family. It could be, I'm really grateful for the nice guy at the coffee shop that upgraded my coffee for 50 cents. Or I'm really grateful for the nice person on the phone at the phone company that, because I was late with my payment, gave me the $15 back, even though I paid it on time, but it was an issue with the bank transferring. Whatever those things are, okay, really menial things or really big things, it's irrelevant. If you can just give gratitude for 3 things before you go to sleep, you will change your energy and how you wake up, okay? Even better than that, if you can write them down, they become so much more potent in terms of what you put out to the universe. And if you can do that in conjunction with meditation, well, whew, look out, your whole energy is going to shift. And it does, because as you get through the weekend into the next week, you have, look at this energy, 10 of Cups and the Wheel. Look at that. Look at the colors. It's absolutely gorgeous, right? So you've got this emotional abundance, happiness, really fulfilling kind of loving energy with your partner. This is Mecca for everyone when it comes to relationship. And underneath that, you have the card of good luck and fortune. So even though you start off this time period, you know, being a little bit stroppy and tired and probably not communicating well with your partner and needing to have the strength to carry through, if you can catch this video in time and do the kind of things that I told you about, I feel like you can change your energy, because then you have this beautiful energy of the star as you're going into the next week period. This is healing energy, okay? This is major arcana. This is the energy that kind of comes into, how I like to see it is, it's like that, you know, warm like hug, or that warm blanket that just comes over you and makes you feel like it's going to be okay, or like a soothing liquid that's poured over the top of your head all the way down your body, and it just calms and soothes you and tells you it's going to be okay. That's what the card of the star is. The card of the star also talks about wish fulfillment and dreams coming true. So something that you've been working on, Cancer, with your partner, something that you're both striving towards or working towards when it comes to money, or it could be more about emotional balance, you know, working together in the home. Maybe it's a new job that you've applied for. Maybe it's a new home. Maybe it could be just simply about how you're structuring your finances or whatever it is. Or maybe it's just you getting help, Cancer, because you're doing it all on your bloody own. Then that's what's going to bring you this healing energy. Don't communicate, right? You need to just pause and reflect. It's what I talked about last week. I talked about your energy and your soul reading being, you know, pause and reflect again. What I really want you to do is meditate, give gratitude, okay? And then your partner's going to come to you and the issue will resolve itself. Don't you be the one trying to communicate, because you'll come across in the wrong way, Cancer, and get them offside. Can I have an additional guidance card, please, for Cancer in couples? Just one card, please. Thank you, Eddie. 44, the Thinker. I'm not surprised to see this card, because this is the card of angelic guidance, of angels, of, you know, the spirit world, whatever you believe in, okay? Something bigger than yourself that's above you, that's kind of looking down and guiding you through this situation. 44, the Thinker. Strategy, being analytical and logical, right? Pause and reflect, hey Cancer. Love is not logical, but when you choose a partner, it is good to have things in common other than desire. This is a time to weigh the pros and cons of your partnership. If there is enough common ground, go for it. If not, there are other fish in the sea. Don't force it to work. And should others tell you who they are, take them at their word. Now is not the time to indulge in fantasy. No matter what, in this case, the facts are the facts. So this ties in with what I was saying, right? It's like pausing, reflecting, being analytical and logical, stepping back to see the situation as it really is. And if your relationship's been a little bit rocky or a bit push and pull, maybe a bit yin and yang, 1 minute you love them, you're in, next minute you're out, then this is the week for you to just sit back, reflect, don't communicate to yourself, give gratitude, meditate, and get very crystal clear on how you think, right? Card of the Thinker. All right, Cancer, that was your reading for this week. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, please hit the like button. It helps the channel more than you know, and I'll be back with you guys next week. Take care.